Howdy, 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 everyone. I'm the Sid, and bringing you another random encounter show with my friend.
Hi, I'm Sawneyrath11.
And we're going to be doing some Super Mario RPG Randomizer, so hopefully you guys can enjoy it. We were trying to fit another smaller game in there as well, but unfortunately it didn't work out due to a couple of different factors, so maybe we'll be able to do that on a later date, but for now we're going to focus on the Randomizer.
Yeah, there were mainly a little bit of technical issues that happened from a storm that happened in my area about a month ago, but it happens.
A very dastardly series of events, but I know you wanted to explain the Randomizer and some of the flags, so...
Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump over to those flags real quick, because there's a little bit that should be explained before we actually jump into this. So, of course, first things first, with the randomizer, we're going to have all of the key items shuffled. Down at the bottom of the layout when we go to the game itself, you will see a tracker with everything: characters, items, star pieces, all the stuff that I need. So, with the way that I have the flags set up, we're going to have the rare frog coin, the cricket pie, the bambino bomb, both castle keys, all three of the cards that you get from Tadovsky, all three of the flags from the three ghosts in Monstro Town, the shed key, the elder key, the cricket jam, temple key, and rune keys are all going to be shuffled amongst each other. On top of that, we'll have the seed and the fertilizer that are normally used to get the lazy shell weapon and lazy shell armor in the shuffle, as well as the bright card. Now, the bright card is actually used to warp from Great Guy's Casino straight to Smithy. But later on, we might have something that could change that. You'll just have to stay tuned to find that out. So with the star pieces, normally we would have to collect 6, and that would allow us to go into Bowser's Keep, go through the gate and factory to then fight Smithy in the game. But instead, we're finding all 7 star pieces, and star pieces can be found in Bowser's Castle, which means it is starting open right off the bat. We're going to have randomized characters. The stats for the characters will be randomized. Spells, FP cost, and power being randomized, which can lead to some very interesting things. The characters will join at the same spots, but the character we get will be randomized. On top of that, the spells that the characters learn will also be randomized. So, as an example, we could have Mario with Geno Boost. We could have Geno with Peach Beam, so on and so forth. Now, the big one to mention here is that I have no free characters. I start with 1 character. And the 2 extra character locations that I can get characters from are Mushroom Way and the Moleville Mines bosses. So that would be Punchinello spot and the Hammer Bros spot. Now, the other 2 characters are normally where you would get Geno in the Forest Maze, as well as Marymore, where you would get Toadstool or Peach. The chest contents are going to be randomized. The side quest rewards can have literally anything, and the chest will not have any healing mushrooms, so we're going to get a lot of money and potentially a lot of equipment. The lower tier items will all be chests with coins, and some special equips will have their locations randomized, being the Super Suit, Attack Scarf, Quartz Charm, Jinx Belt, Ghost Medal, Froggy Stick, Zoom Shoes, Chomp, Lazy Shell Weapon, and Armor. So the fun part is there's actually a potential to get super suits without doing 100 super jumps. But it gets even better because shop contents are shuffled. The shops can contain anything, which means you can potentially find purchasable super suits and attack scarves. Pretty big on that. Enemies are going to be randomized, EXP and items received from battles randomized, the formations, pretty much everything except for spells and stats are going to be randomized. But the spell status effects, this is one to note. Those being randomized means that you might get hit with a sandstorm that normally inflicts the fear status. But instead of inflicting fear, you might see your entire party turn into scarecrows. That has happened before. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens here. The other thing to mention is that enemy stats or stat immunities and weaknesses will be randomized. So Psychopath actually comes in handy here. Of course, bosses are going to be randomized. Battle music for each boss will be randomized. And we have QLEX in the boss shuffle itself. So it's possible that we could run into a very, very terrifying boss early on.
Sounds like we're playing a very fast and loose flag set.
It's not as fast as you would think because of R7K.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we can randomize the equipment, which randomizes attack, defense, magic defense, and speed, the special buffs. And we have the characters that can equip each piece of equipment randomized. So we can lead to some very interesting things. We have double experience in this, and the layout for the magic buttons minigame will be randomized if we happen to run into that in Bowser's Keep. Now, the fake out flag. If you have picked up the mushrooms in the forest maze, some of them will inflict, I believe it's the mushroom status effect. But in this case, it's going to be a random status effect, which can actually be invincibility if it happens to roll as invincibility. Now, the fun part for Bowser's Keep is we do have the randomized Bowser's Keep door contents. So every single room is thrown into a pool and then rearranged for each and every door. And we have to go through 2 of them if we want to complete Bowser's Keep. And like I said with the bright card earlier, if we end up going that route, we can then use the bright card just to warp straight to Smithy over at Grate Guy's casino. And then the last flag, which is a massive convenience flag, allows us to see who can equip what items. So with that, I'm going to switch back over to the game feed itself.
So Ashen has worked together to get a really nice tight layout here so we can min-max on both the gameplay and the tracker. If any of the viewers are kind of hot cold on it, please give us feedback. We'd like to know in the future whether everybody likes it or not, because I'm sure we will do another one of these in the future.
All right, so with that, we're starting with Peach this time around. And this is actually going to be kind of interesting because she technically is a harder character start. So we'll see exactly how this works out. But Sid, would you like to do the honors of counting me in?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is get the bright card, apparently. Okay. This is going to be one of those seeds.
That's such a weird start. Now, if we elect to use it, that could just skip the final dungeons and make our lives much easier. But we'll see if it's valid once we get closer.
Indeed, and I will be marking off the bright card on the tracker shortly. So really all I'm going to be doing here at the start is a world tour and just seeing what all I have available.
What is this? I thought you were Peach. Why am I seeing Mario?
Because
I've been lied to.
Because Mario's sprite is the one that shows up on the map.
You know what? That needs a revision. I demand another version for this. This is not lore accurate.
Ooh, alto card right off the bat. That's actually kind of nice. And then, no, we're gonna head back to Mushroom Kingdom real quick. We're gonna play this safe instead of going fast and loose. I'm actually gonna make a save over here in the inn because right now what I'm doing is the 3 Musty Fears side quest just to pick up whatever they have. And you may have noticed that the save file said level 12. So we know that Mario is going to be level 12 wherever we find him. So that's actually some massive knowledge.
You know, no matter...
Or...
Go ahead.
Well...
I guess I got a second now.
Yeah, you got a moment.
It always messes with me when I see this, like, open map, because it just feels wrong. It is the nice thing about randomizers that you have access. That's a nice thing we saved.
That's why I saved.
Smart man once said, save early, save often.
So yeah, deaths are going to be expected.
I hope we get one of those glitchy Bowser setups for this run.
We might.
You guys, if you've played this before, you guys probably know what I'm referring to, but the way that the equipment interacts with characters, since we have it randomized that certain characters can have different characters' equipment, can create some very, very funny visual bugs. And I'm hoping that we see some of those.
Oh, Ice Bomb. That's actually very nice to see. If I happen to run into one of those encounters again, then I at least have an out. So, oh my gosh, 2 Ice Bombs. All right.
Well, that's pretty profitable, actually.
That was really profitable. And a Flower Tab and a Cricket Jam. So we got the Alto card as well as the Cricket Jam. So that one is the jam.
Cricket Jam's a pretty free check, right?
It is, but it's only going to yield the frog coins. So we are going to... Actually, I forgot to check shops. So we need to go back to Rosetown to check the shops. Because there's another item that we'd like to have. Well, we already have a super suit sighting, and
our starting character can super suit. Well, dadgummit. I don't know. I think those ice bombs may be long for this world.
Maybe.
Very tempting. You know, we had a marathon run where we were doing FE together, and it rolled out a Cecil in the inn with an adamant armor, and we started, I think, with like Crystal Sword or something, and I'm getting that vibe again. Seeing the super suit this early.
Okay, weaponry. Okay, so this is actually a perfect time to talk about some of the stuff that you see on the weapon and armor stats. So you may notice a half and ice symbol. That means you'll take half damage from ice spells. You'll see the boo. That means you are protected from the fear status, as well as the scarecrow status with the tiny representation of the scarecrow. And of course, KO being, well, KO. There's half fire, there's poison, half lightning, a whole bunch of nothing, KO again. Time 0 means you take no damage, and then there's protection from the mushroom status. Oh, Sailor Cape sucks for speed.
Mm.
Okay, so nothing that we're really looking for here.
Yeah, one of those things you've got to be mindful of too is you can also get, if I remember correctly, negative stats as well. So some things can be very good for specific fights, but really debilitating otherwise. So they can be worth getting, but you have to figure out what's more important.
Like that.
Oh, and Hurley gloves too. Yeah.
Toadstool is going to be doing some damage.
Now all we got to do is get the money to purchase, and their Toadstool too. That's such a wild setup. Both super suit and some really good weapons for Toadstool. That's okay. That doesn't happen all the time. It happens like semi-frequently depending on your settings, but stuff like that will just make your life a lot easier. It'll make it really good for a showcase run like this, so we have a little bit more flexibility to talk about stuff without having to play too risky once we finally get some cash.
And we're just going to look through the rest of the equipment that's available here. That's actually not a bad hammer for Bowser.
We just got to find him first.
That's true.
But we apparently have the undefeatable in our party, so I don't think we'll have much of an issue getting people. Nice.
So I'm actually going to avoid all of the... I think these are the Zeostars right now. They might be Star Slaps. And I'm going to grab a few items just to see what the boxes have. Excuse me. Thank you.
Yeah, we need a little bit of cash anyway, so it's a good idea.
And then we're going to save again, and I hope you all are ready for a little grind segment.
Oh, yeah, this is a really good area for that, actually.
If I can actually move properly.
Sometimes controller just says no.
Oh, controller definitely said no here. But that's okay, because I don't have to be optimal on my movement.
Yeah, you're not at such a tight. Go ahead.
So with the level ups, I actually need to take a look at my stats that I gain, since, you know, I'm actually getting some characters under the level at which they normally join. And now, we're just going to take a game over.
Yeah, this is such a weird thing that it works this way, but it's such a blessing, because it makes getting some early levels fairly straightforward, because... Hey, they revived. Oh, and the star's back. Who could have guessed this would be what was happening?
Hey, I see a face I recognize in chat. What's up, Ryan?
But yeah, we always want to make sure we don't run into that last one, or else we really can't do this loop as efficiently.
I just need to get hit.
Yeah, whenever they feel like it, that's for sure.
All right. We're just going to sit back and wait.
Yep. It's not like we have any other options.
Exactly.
Yeah! We lost! You get full EXP and money out of those fights, right?
Just the EXP.
Okay. Wasn't too familiar with how stars functioned. It's a bit of a shame, but I'm not going to complain about free levels. Hey, speaking of money.
All right, chat. Y'all are making me smile super huge right now. I love it. Yeah. Let's see. Do we have anything worthwhile?
Worthwhile. Just a little bit. Ah, man.
What do I have to sell right now? I don't think I've picked up Oh, I have picked up a Nautica dress. So we definitely want to see ya, as it's just a get out of jail free card.
Yeah. For people not 100% familiar, which I would imagine most of you are very familiar with Super Mario RPG, Sia is a get out of jail free card. You use it, you escape combat guaranteed. Basically like a smoke bomb or warp stone from 6, etc., teleport. All those different, and that's the mechanic for this game. Normally you have to, if I remember right, buy it in the flower coin shop. So
you buy it from Frog Fuchsia's disciple in Seaside Town.
Yeah, that frog coin shop. I remember. It's like really far out of the way because you have to. Ooh, indeed, extra money. Unfortunately, not a lot. They're just selling those super slaps everywhere.
Yeah, but that's the thing that I noticed more is that flower box.
That's kind of expensive. But
that's going to be huge if I get one to sell.
Yeah, there's a different version that Sony plays, and it's a little bit less focused on FP, like not at all. So my brain isn't wired to even care about flower boxes to some extent. They're a really cool item, flower boxes, flower tabs, flower jars, because they'll increase your max FP, and not only that, but refill it. So it's kind of like the upgrading ammo from like Resident Evil 4 to refill your ammunition. Unfortunately, it's not in the remake. Kind of bummed a lot of people out, but you got to min-max your item usage as much as possible. Royal dress, huh? I mean, it's better than nothing.
All right, and we have Mallow.
She can't equip the royal dress. Oh, okay.
Toadstool Crush.
Unga bunga. Toadstool mad.
Oh,
Win.
No.
No coins. Lame, dude.
So the reason I say oh no here is because Toadstool got Ultra Flame.
Oh,
that's a Yoshi candy. Yeah, I'll do it.
I love getting to see some of these little movement optimizations to avoid fights and such, where you can just barely stand, or like in that case where you're just like, no, I'm just gonna abuse the invul on. I forget that's a thing.
Pink Gino.
Yeah, I'm like I said, once again, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this, but the way that it functions when you have weapons to like equip to anybody, they'll transform into that character to use the weapon because they don't have a like replacement animation, which yields to some very funny glitches.
We're gonna see what boss is here. Get a peek. Yeah, I think I can take this.
I was about to say, is that you, Factory Chief? Yep. Ice Bomb it is.
Oh, look at that. There's our first star piece.
Ooh. Nice payout.
On top of that,
star,
we have Mallow.
Which may or may not be useful.
I mean, Mallow's at least going to have some use.
I think isn't he the other one that equips the super suit?
I think so.
Ugh. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. It doesn't matter what he has, he's useful.
Exact amount.
Not only the exact amount, but both characters can equip the super suit. Oh.
Okay, we're gonna hold on to what we've got for right now. All right. If you thought things were wacky, they're about to get even more wacky. We're gonna go to Bandit's Way.
15 minutes in, and we've reached solo.exe.
Almost.
My brain is so tiny sometimes. I'm like, it did the camera pan for Croco, and I was like, where's Croco? It took me a second to realize the friggin' student, Jinx's student was Croco for this spot.
Yeah, Jagger ended up being Croco. Ooh, Fright Bomb. I won't say no to that.
And you don't see it too terribly often, but this game has a pretty decent amount of like offensive items, especially if you count like the status ailments too. Le Dead.
Okay, Mallow does nothing right now.
That's pretty much vanilla. Oh, hey! I hear those are rare.
I guess we're going to start the once again train. I'm going to go ahead and take out these guys just for a little bit of XP on Mallow. Even though I do have the star coming up, and I'm going to attempt the dog jump. If I can move.
If I can get on the dang thing.
Yeah, because I was off, it just didn't work out.
The amount of silly like jumps that you can actually land in Super Mario RPG is actually kind of astounding.
Because I'm actually more used to playing Armageddon as of late.
It's a mod of the game that like massively increases the difficulty. It's a really interesting one. We'll have to show off at some point, whether it be in a main marathon or some sort of side thing. But it pivots mainly from the super jump meta over to elemental orbs and elemental weaknesses and stuff. Has a much lower skill cap. It's a pretty fun gameplay experience.
You say lower, it's quite difficult.
Lower in like a colloquial sense because you don't need to hit 100 or 90 frame perfect inputs in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, the optimal route doesn't require you to do super jumps, but it is still very difficult.
Shed key and well, there's Mallow's super suit.
Rip flower box.
All right, we're gonna go grab Mallow's super suit now, and the entire early game is going to be literal cheese.
So everything sells for like half of its buy price, right?
Correct.
So that's exactly why we knew, because you can buy it for 1,000. So flower boxes are easy cash. There we go. Now we should be able to do something, hopefully.
Oh, Mallow's going to be able to do a lot now.
I don't know, man. Every time I expect Mallow to do something, I'm just always disappointed. So I reserve my expectations to the minimum.
So even though I came in from the wrong side, I came in just to take the save, only because there are quite a few bosses still out in the world that absolutely terrify me.
Yeah, there's a lot in the shuffle. Like, we got rid of one very weak endgame boss, and that's about it so far.
So, I do have something to admit. I do not know how to do max skip consistently, but at the same time, we get to enjoy some music, as I totally missed Mallow's timed hit.
Yeah. Another thing too is it's like not even available in the remake, so some players don't even know how to do it because there's no reason to learn it if you're used to the newer version. Oh, therapy. That's nice. Got some healing.
Ooh. Okay. So with that being a Mallow clone, I definitely need to take that out.
Nice, nice.
Okay, Belome 2, not so scary here.
There's not much that can be scary with super suits, I think.
Magic attack. Any magic attack right now.
Fair. Fair.
And we do get a star piece. All right, that's 2.
some pretty fast right now. Ooh.
Yeah, but I don't expect that to stay this way for long.
The brakes can get slapped pretty hard, pretty fast in randomizers.
Oh, very much so. But we're actually going to do something a little bit different here. So my next spot that I'd normally go to is Kuro Sewers, but instead, no, not Marymore. Thank you for eating my input. Instead, we're going to come over to Land's End.
So does the leveling curve remain the same, or does it curve based on your levels?
What do you mean?
The enemies, do the enemies stay at like whatever power level they are in each area, or do they kind of graduate based on how high level your characters are in your party?
Okay, they end up sticking to the same power that they have in their vanilla area.
Okay. Because I know some games kind of fluctuate where the enemies get stronger as you do to kind of keep it balanced, and then other ones just retain vanilla.
We're going to reset the room real quick. There we go.
Bees can be pretty annoying.
Hey, at least these bees are actually kind.
Yeah. There may or may not be a reason we have a true fear of bees. It's definitely not the Wicker Man's fault. Hey, wait a minute. I just bought one of those.
That might be really good. Never mind, it's not.
Depends. It might be good for our third-party member that can't put the super suit on. Could still be useful in the future.
Elder Key. Oh yeah, I need to mark off the shed key as well. So, first use of the Sia here.
Boop, 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 boop.
And there it was.
Yeah, the one nice thing is that's not like a one use, it's just infinite, so it's not destroyed after use, unlike smoke bombs, teleport stones, teleport tomes, things like that.
Ah.
You really only get it about a third. Halfway into the game, I'd say. Probably a little bit like that. Good old Boyer.
Guys, I ran into a bow.
Yeah. I'm tempted to tell you to give him a turn so that he can like arrow one of the pads and be like, "How'd he do that in a sewer?"
I know, right?
That's not how that works.
Yeah, we'll actually give her physical attack at this point because she's going to be a bruiser, and it looks like Mallow's probably going to be a bruiser as well.
I love the like lockout gimmick, but once you get to a certain point in speedrunning, it just literally never happens. You don't get to see it at all. That's kind of the downside sometimes with speedrunning, which makes I feel like the randomizer is a little bit more intriguing because bosses can get to certain points that you normally never see, and you're like, you can do that? Like, you do something other... We were just talking about this before we started.
We were.
Oh, this room.
And we've got Smithy's music as well. Well, Smithy 1. Not Smithy who likes transforming.
Whee! The animations here kind of broke, so we just kind of slide along with the floor.
We just slide over the holes.
This is a rando.
This is the rando Mokura.
Yep. A lot of, honestly, a lot of games have randomizers, varying from a lot of things, but most of them that make the most out of it are ones that have key item progression, and usually RPGs, because it lets you encounter fights in unique ways that you normally don't interact with them. So you have items you won't normally, or
I got you, Mocha. My bad. All right. We're almost done with King Calamari. See, I knew the light fried calamari snack was going to come in handy, and we actually got to see him.
Yep. I just love the schmoovin that happens there. It's fantastic.
Okay, we're at 3.
This is going to be one of those seeds where we hit 5 and then we brick wall, isn't it?
Probably.
We're going to hit 5 in the first tower, and then it's going to be like, where do last star be, please?
In this case, it'll be last 2.
Yeah.
So we are actually not going to skip the sewer star at this point.
Yeah, if you haven't ever experienced Super Mario RPG, it's definitely something you need to, especially now that there's a remake on the Switch, which does change some things, but to a casual player, most of them are beneficial to you anyway. The only reason I would suggest the Super Nintendo version is it's a little bit harder because of its base design. So both are worth experiencing very much if you can play both. Shilling for Nintendo for a second, I think you can play this online, and then you also obviously have the new remake for the new Switch, or the Switch.
I liked it being for the new Switch.
The new 3DS Switch XL.
The new 3DS
Light.
Switch XL U.
That's what my brain did the moment I said new. I'm like, what new Switch? The light? The same thing? Sure.
Literally. Oh, hey.
Be nice.
It's a B.
It just feels weird seeing both the CUs in your inventory.
Yes, because I haven't gone back to a shop to sell one yet.
I know, come on, man, don't take the simple things in life from me. Simple man. I have to find fun where I can make it.
Hey, gotta have those simple bare necessities.
Ugh. Yeah, if you can't tell, we talk to each other too much, and this is what happens.
Oh gosh,
Sorry.
I'm so used to this room in Arma with bees.
Yeah. Armageddon like reworks a lot of the game for difficulty. Fortunately, it has 2 different modes, like normal and hard. But a lot of these rooms are drastically different because of different enemy placement. It's actually kind of interesting what can be done with this, with different enemies in different areas. Mario.
It's me, Mario. He's about to be my highest level party member.
Oh, does he scale?
No, he's level 12.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, my brain kind of fritzed out when you explained that. I was like, oh, we're level 12 and he'll be level 12?
Holy moly.
Dude's stacked. May not have super suit, but I don't think he needs it. We just need to put something defensive on him and we're good to go. I don't know, we're getting to the point I might have to call this a plando. We're gonna have to do a quality or a QA check to make sure you didn't cheat. Oh boy.
No, I literally generated the seed and know nothing about it. Holy cow.
Next time I'm gonna have to friggin' check the seed before.
This Mario is ridiculous.
This is just unnecessary. I wonder if he'll equip the Jinx belt. All right,
so Mallow's level 5. Sid, why did you say something about having 5 stars in under an hour?
I didn't think this would be the freebie effect, okay? I did not expect to happen.
Okay. Let's check what Mario specials look like. Super Flame is 35, Group Hug 30. Okay, so Genoblast is the best special that Mario has right now. I would say that's a little unfortunate, but that's not too bad.
Mario has become Geno. So wild.
Okay, I might actually be able to sell off some stuff and grab those Hurley gloves. Oh gosh.
Sometimes it's just worth it.
Okay, we have Hurley gloves.
This is a thing.
Wait, what am I doing? I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so normally I would go for Croco 2 spot next, but since I am currently lacking the Bambino Bomb and have a bunch of checks that I can do here in Booster Tower, yeah, I think the tower is calling my name.
It was like Booster Tower. It was kind of hard for me to get the movement down casually, but this is a really good showcase of like the isometric movement and like what all can be done once you start learning it. Ooh.
There we go. Oh, that's a box enemy.
Ooh. Interesting. As a kid, I never really thought to hug the walls and just skip the fights. It's kind of interesting the way that they do stuff. That's the weapon lazy shell, because we already got rid of the lazy shell armor.
That's not guaranteed. A room key.
Well. I was going to make a hotel joke, but I couldn't come up with one fast enough, so I just let it die on the...
That's a free...
Another super suit! It's like, no, you will win this seed. 100%.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw the super suit and it just threw me off completely.
I was in the same spot. My brain just broke. Even if you hadn't bought one, they would have been like, yep, you're good. Man, imagine the evil we could have perpetrated if we had just held off on that super suit.
I know, right?
It'd have been an awful idea, though, because there's only 2 characters that need it, and it just does so much heavy lifting. But man, oof. Sometimes the randomizer just makes you feel like it's like, hey, buddy, hey, you want to be friends? And you're like, I don't trust you. This relationship is going too fast. I need some space.
Poexel, get out of my mind. No, but you're absolutely accurate with that, my friend. Okay, it's time to enjoy this minigame. And to do my favorite thing that you can do in this. Because the Sniffets can't see you, even when you're just poking out of the curtain.
Yeah. This is like obviously like not a lazy programming thing, I think, though. Like the devs just wanted to make it more in your favor so that just in case your movement was a little bit sloppy, you didn't get caught. It definitely shows like a more Nintendo design philosophy behind it, even if it was made by Square Enix. Definitely errs on the side of the player versus the enemies. Peripheral vision. Yeah, I mean, maybe that is. It's the goggles doing it. Yeah,
might be.
If they got welding goggles. You know, maybe they got welding goggles and then you just can't see anything.
I'm still technically behind the curtains.
Behind a curtain, yeah. Dude, my dog does that every night to like mess with me. We have like blinds on the sliding glass door, and I'll just hear like rattling into them. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Okay. So we have either Pandarite, Hydon, or Box Boy right there. Take your guess.
I want it to be Krulix. I know it can't be, but I want it to be Krulix.
This could actually be really bad.
Okay. Let's go. Let's make it more than one turn so things get really silly.
Right now, since I have no magic defense, I absolutely need to get some online.
Oh man, it's not bugging out the way I like it to. I just love how we 39 HP, 50 HP, and 112.
Okay. Blast on Mario is fine.
It's actually the only person that could have taken.
That's not fine.
Oh.
Never mind. This is fine.
Somehow. Oh, wait. No, don't kiss me. I don't like boxes. Nice.
Oh, there we go.
So you can tell the button display is like a glitched out character icon. From what I understand, this is a thing that happens with Bowser's weapons on a different character.
Yeah, we'll throw the rock candy.
These will get very, very funny the further it goes on. That is the one cool thing with a randomizer is like, whenever you got a Bowser weapon on somebody that isn't Bowser, you're going to end up with some of these visual glitches, which is why I was like, I hope one of Bowser's weapons is really good because it's funny. I can't even like explain to you, but it's one of the greatest things that this has to offer. No like shade to the dev. This is what I come here for.
Oh no, Scream.
Ah! Was I supposed to do it louder?
Okay, good. We actually did not have any other status effect apply. So that's it for Box Boy.
Made it through. Even without magic defense. Nice.
Yeah, we're going to go more physical on Toadstool right now. Mallow, you can get more physical.
So leveling...
And
go ahead.
now we are going to save again for Knife Guy Great Guy.
The leveling curve on the stats is randomized as well, right? But there's
No, it still follows the static leveling curve.
Oh, vanilla? Okay. Interesting. So that's one of those things that always kind of interested me, where like the certain levels get like a massive buff from like 1 point to 3 and can be very beneficial to take. So paying attention on every level can be very beneficial. Huh. Yeah, I would have thought rock candy would get rid of the hammers.
Uh-oh. Okay, it's on Mario. It's fine.
We're just rolling high tonight, I guess.
We're going to hit Mallow with the boost this time.
Whee! I love how that enemy puts the little shield up like they're guarding. And it just reminds me of like the starting shield for Link, where it's this tiny little shield that somehow deflects almost everything.
Right?
What are you blocking?
Okay. That's it for Knife Guy Great Guy spot. And we are just about done in Booster Tower.
I really thought I was going to see a star cutscene, and I was like, I wasn't serious. It was a joke.
Let me make sure I haven't missed any special items on my tracking. Nope, I've got everything tracked still. So we are actually coming back in because the Bright Card reward is technically in the pool of items. So we kind of need to do it.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, the break card ends up functioning similar to the pass in FE, right?
Correct.
So there's like a lot of randomizers that will use gimmick items like this that allow you some form of a skip. Some randomizers make it tied to progression, like 6 does, but FE and this one have the break card / pass, which normally get you into a casino for this game and a joke area for 4, but instead they just lead to the final boss. So they can be very nice gets when you get a hold of them, because it'll allow you to skip pretty lengthy dungeons, though most of them you can just run from the enemies or escape them in some meaningful manner. It's just a long trek that isn't really worth walking in some cases.
Oh, I remember where the other weapon was. Let's see. Don't want the chomp. That lazy shell. Don't want that. I don't need a third, so I'm going to sell that one.
With a heavy heart and a sigh, I'll sell the third one. I appreciate the thought.
So we're actually going to head up here to Nimbus Land real quick, and we are going to go ahead and buy some very powerful weaponry.
Yeah, this is one of the things that can be a little bit overbearing sometimes, is remembering where the super good stuff is in shops.
So, yeah, we have unbelievable amounts of power. We are more or less at power overwhelming.
Yeah, we have the offense.
We don't have the defense, but
yeah,
we definitely have the offense.
New plan. Kill them before they kill us.
Now, it is actually possible for us to get said defense, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we could pivot with a different armor, but most likely we'd have to get a really good roll on an accessory that everybody can equip, or at least 1 or 2 of these guys can equip.
So we are just hunting for Croco, whom we already encountered.
Hey!
And we already get to be introduced to Mischance. Fun.
Oh boy, Mischance. It's like probably the one thing I think is kind of lame about this, is like just the straight up chance to miss. Never really cared much for that gimmick in any.
Turned into a mushroom. Exactly what the animation showed.
Such a weird stat. Can't do anything, slowly recover HP. It's like Square was like, okay, what kind of Mario-themed weaknesses or status effects can we add? Turn into a mushroom. What does it do? Oh. Heals you?
Fertilizer. All right. Let's see, that one's the fertilizer. And we'll get another star. And we'll just take out that one, take out that one.
My tiny reptile brain was like, get another star. We didn't even fight a boss. What are you talking about?
I should have just continued forward. It's all right. Excuse me. Oscillations, please. I do love it when the bombs get out of sync, though. It's always fun to see.
It's just one of those things I don't think they ever really considered, or they're like,
crap.
This is too much of a pain to fix.
I jumped too early. Fun fact, that happens if you jump too early. Okay, it's Director at Punchinello. This could be really good. It could be really bad.
This could be another one of those. Please hit Mayro. Hey! Wow, he didn't even hit him. Oh.
Oh yeah, Spritz Bomb is all physical based.
Yeah, I mean, I guess logic checks out. Bomb is physical force.
And since we have Group Hug, we don't have to worry about the fear all that much. Let's go for it. Your internet kind of died, I think. And that's star number 5, by the way. Oh, audio's crackling? Give me enough time to get through the minecart minigame. And I'll see if I can't fix the audio crackling.
And just stop for a bit and then come back. All right. Sorry about that. You know, ISPs, what can you do?
Dang it. I forgot the route. It's all right.
I really had to resist the urge to be sarcastic. What route? It's always, the mine thingies are always in the same spot.
Yeah, but I should have extra mushrooms here.
Yeah, you gotta. The weird thing is, like, timing the boost here. It kind of feels weird. I never really got used to this. Looking back, I kind of like look back fondly on the Mode 7 stuff, but so many of the Mode 7 parts of of Super Nintendo games just don't make it anymore. Right. Luckily, the majority of the just overall gameplay and the sprite and pixel art and a lot of these sticks pretty well.
So, for not having done vanilla minecart in a while, I can't be too upset with this.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to show it off at some point, but the Armageddon mod of this changes a lot of things. And one of the things is they just stuff you full of mushrooms here. So it's very easy to stay at full pace the entire time rather than having to be a little bit conservative with them like you would in vanilla.
So the crackle's coming in via the game source. Let me do this. Let me refresh it. So hopefully the refresh will actually stop the crackle. Good. Okay. Since I'm so used to having to talk to the person to actually get in here, just because of normal story triggers or normal story flags being set, I do that anyway. And By the way, Gino's getting married to Box Boy, and their cake is an egg.
Perfectly acceptable. Perfectly acceptable.
Sickper, you are absolutely right. That is our resident Birdo.
No kiss. Ah! What a sham.
So we are going to go ahead and boost Toadstool to give her the magic defense that will be potentially needed.
I know the bottom half of the egg and the nest are part of like the background, but this is so funny every time. Just half an egg chilling in a random room. It's these little things.
And we're going to boost Mario just to finish out everything. Here we go. This fight's actually going to be over very quickly.
No more egging.
There you go. Birdo is gone. That's a big HP level for Mallow. We want that. Sid, this is all your fault.
You rolled the seed. I can't will this stuff into existence. You did this, not me.
You spoke it into existence.
Your fault. No, it's mine. It's your fault.
So at the rate that we're getting star pieces, that idea I had may not be necessary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we were gonna let chat decide if we use the bright card or not, but I think at this point we kind of just have to do factory, so we're not out in an hour. Oops. Oh boy. All right, fine. We'll just do all bosses instead.
We wouldn't be out in an hour because, yeah, the Smithy fight and the amount of money I would actually need for that at this point would actually bring a bit of a problem. Though at the same time, I haven't seen Castle Keys 1 or 2 yet.
Oh, that's right. We still need to be able to go through there.
I mean, we still need to find where the 7th star piece is, and we have a lot of the game remaining.
Yep. I know some games, as like you clear and get the like MacGuffins, they sometimes give stat bonuses or some sort of beneficial effect. That's not how it works with Super Mario RPG, right? The stars are just kind of literal MacGuffins.
Pretty much. Like, imagine getting stat bonuses from the stars. This isn't Earthbound.
I know, right? You reached your spot. You got 5 more levels. Or like Soten, where it's like, yeah, you randomly get 5 strength for having tooth. There you go. I don't like that guy. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody likes that guy. That guy at parties, you're like, why are you here? Who invited you?
All right. Here we go.
Oh boy. Oh, that's right. I forgot we hit like 2 dump trucks chained together with like spikes on the front, like it's a zombie movie or something.
Okay, no opening Justice Breaker.
Could be worse. Could be very worse. All right. A lot of pink here right now.
We're dead.
Oh, that's
Justice Breaker.
My justice
Unless
has
it
been
misses.
forked.
Unless it misses. It didn't miss.
There's been a few runs where I reset something where I've survived with a miss. And you're like, what are you doing? You survived. Mega Flare didn't kill. Stop it.
Let's see. My item loadout's not looking that good, but I might actually be able to make this work. Okay. Electroshock on Mario, that's good. We are gonna go ahead and boost Mallow. Because Mallow can survive Breaker Beam. He'll survive on low HP, but he can survive. Or it can just miss everybody.
Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, how about you blame that one on me? How about that? You can blame me for that one.
What just happened?
Legally
what did we
blind.
just witness?
Do not let this man behind the wheel of a car. Oh my.
I don't even know what just happened there. Oh boy, Bowser gets Ultra Jump.
Well, I hope you're not doing anything like important or luck dependent later today, because I think you're using it all right here.
Maybe. I don't know yet.
I might hazard you to not do that.
I'm concerned after seeing a triple miss Breaker Beam. I'm concerned for when we run across Axem Rangers.
I need this luck for other things. Calm down, game. It's like after 60 minutes is up, it's just you die in real life moment.
That's so grim.
Well, he said you're supposed to beat it in 60 minutes. It's over. Ooh, Zoom shoes. Oh! Attack Scarf. That's a bit better.
Okay, Mario has an attack scarf. We're good. I got all I care about.
Yeah, that's a pretty loaded up attack scarf too. It has a lot of effects.
Zoom shoes. Go on Toadstool. How much do I need for the amulet? 140. Sell off the Yoshi candy, the Max mushroom, and the lamb's lure. And the bad mushroom. Okay.
All right, now we don't need any more equipment. We're good. We just need to make enough money. I guess preferably to like get flour or syrups. That's about it. So we already have all the skills we need. We just need the FP to support it.
Okay. These weapons are not that great. So now that we've got everything that we really could want, why am I going back to C? I don't need to go back to C.
You could have just blamed it on the controller, man. Shouldn't have done it.
No, that was totally me. I got one step ahead of myself. And that's a fun thing that you can do. You can land on a spring and jump back on it.
He's just showing off all the party tricks since we got time.
Got to show off something.
Yeah. How long did you say the show was supposed to be? All right, time to fill.
I mean, right now, considering we have 6 star pieces, that's the only one I'm doing just because I feel like it.
Oh, I know why you did that, Rum.
Oh, Sid knows exactly why I did that room. That's already at A, R, 1, 2, 3. We're saving.
That's spooky.
We are 1000% saving here.
Do save blocks give you a full refill of HP?
No, they don't.
Okay. It's just ends then. Hey! That's a bunch of guys.
This is a bunch of guys with a lot of HP.
Yep.
Like, this is 100% save the fight. Should be a pedal no, it's a mega recover. Okay, she didn't pedal blast right off the bat. Elegy. Okay.
Could be good. But it wasn't. So used to just seeing full clear on these guys, just using screen wides to clean them up real quick.
See, I would do that, but
About that.
I kind of can't.
I cannot believe Mallow is alive with a single digit. Or in the single digits, rather.
Okay. Red is going to Vigor up, so he's going to have increased attack power. Green's throwing out some electricity. I apologize, because that was a rather shocking experience.
It's always nothing new and the same exact thing, but it's still surprising every time you do.
So this fight, unfortunately, is going to take a while, because after we get through the Axems, we then have to get through Blade. And Blade's probably going to open up by just obliterating us with a breaker beam.
Yeah, so we're basically like slog all the way through this and just hope we don't get insted.
We're gonna play it. We're gonna play this.
We might have to consider going back and getting some items for just syrup in general. But we'll see if we can push through.
Okay, I got the perfect block there. So it's not even syrups that I'd be concerned about. I would need some crystallines.
Oh yeah, party-wide damage, that makes sense. Probably a better play.
So crystalline would give party-wide defense up. You know what? We're gonna try to survive this.
Not a bad choice. I mean, at this juncture, it's probably best to play it safe, because, like, swinging isn't going to kill.
All right, Justice Breaker.
Okie dokie. Can we get a miss?
We got a miss.
Hey! Let's go.
Are we going to actually be able to finish the fight beforehand? Probably not, because this breaker more than likely will kill.
One miss per fight, that's it.
Oh, no, it didn't kill.
Oh, that heal was a good play. Yeah, throw the C. That seems like a good strat. All right. Die! Just, you know...
All right, we're hoping.
Miss.
We're hoping.
Miss, please.
Nope. It's all right. So we now know that Mario is going to be the best candidate to survive there. But what we are going to do instead is we're going to come into this room. We're going to go ahead and do the coin puzzle. And then we are going to go find, I think, crystallines and power blasts are going to be the way to go here.
Cheeky way to get some nice money.
I could have defended Ryan, but honestly, I just wanted to go for it. You are absolutely right on that working. But at this point, with my levels also being lower, I'm going to see what I can grab.
Be right back in a second, everybody.
How dare you said, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to buy a couple pick-me-ups. And I remember seeing crystallines somewhere. I just have to remember where those crystallines were. This wasn't where they were. Triplets, did you have anything? You had energizers. Which energizers aren't bad. And this is actually where the biggest problem comes into play, is remembering where you saw exactly one specific item while you've been playing through the entirety of the seed. Wait. Bracer wouldn't be bad.
Howdy. Hey.
Welcome back.
Hey. Guess my eyes are a little bit bigger than my stomach, as it were.
So, you know, we're an hour and 8 minutes in. We have 6 stars, which is absolutely wild.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting. Some of these can like be very feast famine sometimes, though. Like you just get a bunch of stuff really fast and then it kind of slows down. But it is always a little bit hype when you kind of blast through all the stuff super fast.
Power Blast, that's actually very nice to see right now.
Oh, I see you got a couple of pick-me-ups. That's actually great.
Yes, I did grab a few pick-me-ups. We're actually going to go ahead and come into Booster Pass.
Like, 3 is not always enough, but it's usually enough to get you out of most jams in any one fight. Oh yeah, that's right. This is a monster.
I don't know if this guy has an item, and that's why I want to fight him. Okay, he does not.
Honestly,
I'm sorry. Was that Thunderbolt?
Maybe?
Oh, wait. Item. Ooh. The scarf's a little rare.
Nice. On the hunt for money. Yeah, this never even occurred to me that could possibly be a thing as a kid. So many little neat interactions in this game that you wouldn't really think of.
Yeah, that hidden switch is definitely a fun one.
I gotta wonder sometimes how many people actually found them naturally versus like using a book or asking somebody else. That was the neat thing back in the day, kind of like learning things through friends.
We have crystallines. We just need one more Power Blast. And then I honestly think I'll be much better set for getting through stuff.
Do you check the frog shops at all? So, I mean, you got the cricket pie you can turn in.
Okay, this inventory looks good. I haven't gone back to Tadpole Pond yet.
Okay.
because I don't have the cricket pie. And right now, I could only do 2 of the melodies if I went back to do.
You have the jam, not the pie. I'm thinking of something else, yeah.
Yeah, because the jam would only give me 10 frog coins. And where the 10 frog coins would be nice to have, they're not a necessity right now. So we are going to try this again. This time we have crystallines, we have power blasts, we can not only deal extra damage, but we'll take reduced damage. Everything's going to be fine. Yes.
Outside of the Justy Breaker, is there anything else we're looking for that can be troublesome?
Really just status ailments being the scariest thing.
So it's basically a battle of numbers. We just gotta keep our HP up high enough so that we don't get one shot.
Yep. So we're gonna start off with a crystalline, and we're gonna freebie it. We're gonna follow it up with a power blast.
Freebie? I tried.
You did. Petal blast? Nope. Recover. That's fine.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh, this is so much better.
What is this first turn? Oh, good. One bad attack. And that, like, I use that loosely. But yeah, that attack right there always drives me up a wall. Called Body Slam, hits you with an axe. I don't think that's correct.
Sure it is. Oh, Meteor Blast, this is bad. Never mind, it's fine.
We're eating so good for a minute there. Like, oh, wait. Panic? No panic. Yeah, this is unfortunate. The Bowser attacks have not really produced anywhere near as many glitches as I would have hoped.
Well, it's because I don't have multiple Bowsers on screen.
Yeah, that is true. That's usually what causes it.
Okay, we're looking much better here. Toadstool might have seen better days, but she'll be fine.
Even worst case, we still have the pick-me-ups. Group Hug basically cinches it, though. Group Hug is just such a strong move. Heals everybody, removes status effects. Pretty cheap, just in general, for what it does.
So we're going to go ahead and just pop an HP rain here. Because if I've done my math correctly, this should push into phase 2.
Oh man, this kind of stuff I always find really cool when you math it out correctly. Super Mario RPG ends up being that quite a bit where you need to math out the numbers so you know whether you need to defend or offend.
Toadstool's probably dead here. Mallow and Mario should survive. Toadstool got bingoed.
Oh boy. Without going over. Neat.
And there we go.
Nice.
We finally made it past.
Night and day what a little setup can do. Good work. Honestly, it was pretty surprising that you almost pushed through it without any setup at all.
Yeah, that first attempt, I literally just went, we're winging it. Excuse me. Thank you. Another super slap. All right. And I won't complain about a flower tab.
Ooh.
All right. So
See ya.
that was definitely a fight. And now we're about to come up to another fight. Who'd have guessed?
Definitely had to work for that, for sure.
Oh, it's below 1.
This won't last very long.
Below 1, you're far from home.
You're drunk. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Pretty much. So yeah, with that being the hide-on spot and hide-on actually having fairly low HP in comparison to what I'm dealing, quick fight. All for a mid-mushroom.
What a mid-reward.
There's a fun thing that we can do with this chest, because you can come back into the room and just get 100 coins.
Nice.
So if you're ever in need of coins, that's one way you can grab some coins while playing the rando.
So long as you can make it through those boss fights beforehand, but yeah.
It's a one-time offer, though, for those coins in particular. Ah!
Yep.
Mr. Kipper! You did me dirty.
Oh, this rub. And
now we are soon to be fighting whatever's that Johnny. And I don't know what we have remaining. You were going to say something, Sid?
Yeah, the water movement in this game is like very weird, where it feels slow, but at the same time it's like the proper pace. It does shoots the gap of like feeling very slow versus like actually being reasonably quick at the same time. It just kind of goes to show how some of the old devs, old games were designed in a very good way. Burb.
So instead of a shark, we have a burb.
Something peck joke. Something.
And as we all know quite well, birds are jerks, and this bird is gone.
Yep.
See you later, Dodo. Okay, Toadstool is in dire need of HP. Mallow sitting at 100 right now is actually pretty good. Okay, Mario, you're looking good right now. And I actually need to see what Gino has, if anything. I was a little worried there for a second that we were about to pull the last star piece out there, in which case I would have been like, no, we're not allowed.
I'm not saying anything at this point. So apparently I can will 50-50 into existence.
Pretty much.
I'm like the one guy you never want on tracking because his seeds are either extremely blessed or extremely cursed.
I definitely jumped on the wrong spot of the flower there. Let's just wait.
This one is always very funny. When you look at it casually, it looks really impressive. And then when you do it yourself, you're like, oh, it locks you in here. Oh, that's nice. Otherwise, that trying to do those jumps isometrically would be very, hey, defense up. Now you can't die, or something. Apparently Peach has gone blind now, too.
No, the other characters have gone blind, but apparently I can't hit.
Fake Peach, and fake Peach, too.
All right. So we actually are going to head to Belome Temple, even though I don't really have the money to get the extra star. I'm okay with that. And it's only because right now I have more of an emphasis on defeating the bosses.
Yeah, especially now we know where some of our power items are. Getting money, it can be nice too, because we can restock when we need to. Or, you know, we can just freebie all the way to the end of the game and never have to buy anything again. That'll happen too. Could happen.
It does happen.
You know, I knew that was a defense up from last time, but I still was hoping it would be a once again.
Only seen one once again come out so far.
Are those on their normal chance of, what is it, like 12.5% for once again or something? Or I'm thinking of freebies, actually.
You're thinking freebies normally being a 25 or 12.5% chance, depending upon which item you use.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not even going to worry about doing ability swap here because I'm not sure where I am level-wise in order to see if I could get it. Okay, we're going to take HP for Tozel. Mallow got Snowy. Mallow, you got a vanilla ability.
Is this even?
Okay, Mario definitely does not need any more HP.
Rolling HP like he's in Bowser's HP pool.
Pretty much. And you know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, this star, I didn't even know it was a thing. Well, I saw it the first time. I was like, oh, that's neat. Pretty sure as a kid I saw the price tag and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good on that.
Mallow, calm down on your HP, bud. All right. So, Belome Temple. We're just going to go through this as per normal. But we do have the 50-50 on whether or not Belome will be awake or asleep coming up shortly. So, for all of you in chat, put your guesses in on how many attempts it's going to take. Personally, I'm going to say 4.
Since I seem to be a soothsayer, we're going to go with 6 on my end.
Fourth try.
4 it is.
Oh, this is a fight. Oh
boy. My favorite.
We might have to do something very interesting here. Yes, Jamba Smokey, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens here. Because I don't know what status ailment Petal Blast is going to inflict. So what I might do here is we're going to hold Mario's turn.
Turn order. Yeah. It's a good call.
And we're going to see if I can't take Mega Smilex down in one set of turns.
I mean, if you really were all in on it, you could have sandbagged and boosted everybody too. But
if I were going to do that, I would have used a Power Blast.
Yeah, you could use Power Blast, that's for sure. All right.
Okay. Pedal Blast is nothing to worry about because it only inflicts the mute status. We're fine.
Yeah, nice. Especially good with our build being like mainly defense or offensive physically. It's always one of the weird quirks about this game is that the physical attacks have kind of a damage range, but the magic is pretty much static damage. So it can be consistent, but you also have to rely on FP to keep that specific damage.
Okay, so I just realized we never actually grabbed this key item. So 5, 6, and 7. And as soon as he says, "Don't you dig these vibes?" you know that the key is down, and that's big.
Ooh.
That's the big.
That is.
And now that I've actually made it here into Monster Town, and I think I don't need anything. Do I have... I could sell off the flower tab. What do I have equip-wise? Yeah, I got a super slap to sell. We are probably going to go back to Tadpole Pond. Because we don't have much left that we can do. I'm going to see what I have available here. Yoshi Aids, Energizers, Sleepy Bombs. Nothing too bad, actually. That's an accessory for Mallow.
That's an understatement.
We turn in that Cricket Jam, we can buy it.
Nice, nice, nice.
So we are going to go ahead and knock out all 3 of the melodies since we have the ability to, because we've hit the proper story flags in order to make that happen. I also need to take a drink of water.
I love how we end up memorizing these like obscure mini games that otherwise the information would be incredibly useless.
Okay, rare frog coin obtained. There we go. So that's Melody 2 done. For the Dry Bones flag, which not super useful, but nothing to really worry about there.
At least the next flag we get, we can turn it in.
And here's the last melody. We're really hoping for one of the castle keys here. Or that rare frog coin to turn into one of the castle keys. And instead, we got the seed.
Well, we do have fertilizer. Do you remember to mark off the key you picked up?
Using the room key as well as the shed key.
I mean, the key you just picked up.
I don't have castle keys.
Oh, I could have sworn you just picked up a key. Maybe it's a...
No,
it's a little...
that was the Dry Bones flag.
Okay.
It was either the Dry Bones flag or the Big Boo flag.
Okay. My bad. It's a little bit blurry on my side. As long as you guys can see it fine, it's not an issue. Maybe I have bad eyesight too. I wonder how many misses I'd get.
Whoops. That's... There we go. Wait, Mallow has exactly 0 magic attack. Let's go.
All right.
Mallow, you're never being used for magic. All right, so now that we got the rare frog coin, we'll turn that in and get the cricket pie. We're not going back to Frog Fuchsius, but thank you. Okay.
And
so we unfortunately are probably going to have to go. I'm thinking we'll see if there's anything in here, which there isn't. I mean, that star egg's not bad. But we'll head to Bean Valley.
real truth is we're starting to run out of bosses at this point. Finding Krulix is a very has a much likelier possibility than it was earlier.
Very much so. Defend. Geno Blast? Try to take everything down in one fell swoop?
Imagine it clears.
Or miss half of them.
Huh? You sure you didn't click a flag for like high miss rate? Hey.
I apparently must have.
I didn't even know that was a setting, but I guess it is.
It is now.
Yeah.
Okay, Box Boy spot. Coming up.
We get a
Okay.
dragon. Okay.
Zar Dragon, worst boss in the game. Worst boss in the game by a country mile at that. This boss just takes forever to attack. And can counter on every single attack. And summons these orbs that then just maul your party.
Yeah. Not even bad because it's hard, just bad because it's slow.
It's not going to be as slow now.
Hey, nice. Good thing we got him in a lower HP spot. First phase went a little bit faster. Unfortunately, we were like one hit off.
Yeah, and this boulder would have killed Toadstool. Hands down. The boulder still kills Toadstool. Hands down.
Ping pong.
Nah, she's not gonna get a pick me up. I didn't trust Mario's damage output there, to be completely honest.
Do KO'd characters not get EXP?
Oh, they still get EXP.
Okay, that's what I thought was the case.
All right, no 7th star yet. So let's see what we have right now, inventory-wise. Mid mushroom, and that's about it. Oh, hi, Jinx. Which Jinx are you?
Honestly,
Hey,
I was thinking it was going to be Krulix. Oh, 1.
Jinx 1. So this fight, since it's in the Mega Smilax spot, actually does have a pretty high amount of health. But it shouldn't take too terribly long to get through, because Valor Up means that you're halfway through the fight. So let's go ahead and just finish out this fight. Shouldn't be too terribly long.
Would there be any way to tell which Jinx it was if the names hadn't been corrected to display 1, 2, and 3?
The only way to distinguish between 2 and 3 in particular is 3 opens up with bombs away. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to distinguish between 1 and 2 until you get into phase 2, because then you'd have to worry about Silver Bullet.
Okay, so it's one of those things. Like, you have to know their AI patterns. Okay.
Nah, I don't feel like doing vines.
What? I thought you were good at vines. We got the flags. We can turn those in too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn in the flags after I run into a bee.
Well,
I just needed to make a beeline.
had to make a bee joke.
I mean, on a scale of grading, I'd give that a B.
How generous. I'd give it a C- at best. All right. What do we get for some set of flags?
Zoom shoes.
Well, that was a trade-in for sure.
Okay. So we are level 16 on Mario. Where's Toastable and Mallow are both 13, so
I'll never understand why they put the save point. Oh, Yardovich. Inside that hole. That feels like such a weird design choice.
one of my favorite bosses, actually. And now he's gone.
Mr. Pokey.
Goodbye, Mr. Pokey. Goodbye, Yard. I'll miss you for... Oh, no.
You know, I was going to ask how this works, but I think I've figured it out.
That's Cloaker Domino at the end.
I don't like Cloaker Domino. I just don't.
I have a couple different options I can do for this.
At least it's vanilla Cloaker Domino.
He's here!
You know, I'm torn that Krulix showed up, but the only way that you're required to kill him
is first. Gone!
Oh. I don't know what I was expecting. I knew he was in a low HP spot, but like the back of my brain was trying to gaslight me into believing it would be a fight. Isn't he supposed to start with crystals, or does he summon those?
He summons them, and normally you don't have a high enough speed value to outspeed him. But in this case, I have high enough speed to outspeed him. That was by far the easiest Culex ever, and there's the easiest Croco 2 ever.
Here's a super boss, by the way. He has 3 HP.
Oh no, I've had seeds that have started with Culex in the Hammer Bro spot, and all you have to do is take a rock candy.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Before we fight Cloaker Domino, we are going to save here. Because if I need to reload because I screw something up, then
the downside is I wanted to know what Krulix's overworld sprite looks like. I never got to find out.
Okay, there's the mischance coming in.
All right, now that means they have to miss you once too to return and reciprocate.
Okay, that actually did somewhat decent damage.
I'm so used to seeing that in Arma that my brain was like, how did he drop so many and why was the damage so low? Wait. Peach has Ultra...
You're going to Crystalline.
Freebie, freebie, freebie.
We are going to Power Blast. We're okay on items right now.
I demand it. Oh, screw you two, game.
Okay.
Oh, the attack up. I was like, why was the damage so much higher?
Oh, Cloaker, your attack is so slow.
That's like one of the things getting used to the sweet spots for attacks, especially on the different weapons, and then the sweet spots on defending against different enemies. That's one of the more interesting like skill gaps in this game, because you can go through it basically without taking damage from most everything and hitting really hard, or the game can be very, very difficult if you don't know the timings.
All right, so we are facing the Mad Adder instead of Earthlink. Because at this point, with our damage being much more physical based, the Mad Adder is a much easier fight. And just like that, Mad Adder is gone.
Wow, I never noticed that there was like coils in the background of that fight.
Yeah, it's actually really cool, the detail that's in that fight. There it is. That's the 7th star.
I thought you were saying there it is for the lazy shell. Wow. Do you need to do any setup, or are we just going to go the hard way? We can do the poll if you want to go that route.
If we do the poll, it's going to be very dependent upon how the Smithy fight goes for me in general right now, because there's quite a bit of stuff that I'm missing in order to be able to do this, air quotes, safely.
Since we're not tight on time, we'll go the extra mile and walk through the factory. How does that sound?
That actually works for me.
All right. We were going to let you guys vote on whether we would take the bright card or not, which we got at the very start of the seed. But since we are so ahead and we have plenty of like leeway, we'll just take the factory. So you guys will get a little bit more gameplay out of it.
Also, we are going to stock up right now on Power Blasts as well as Crystallines, because we are absolutely going to need them.
Yeah, the randomizer always has kind of this weird balance where at the very beginning you're looking for armor and weapons and you just forego any sort of items. Then mid to late you want to stock up on the power items, even if you have to beg, borrow, or steal to get them.
So we have all 7 stars. We are going straight into the gate. We are sitting a little low on Toadstool's HP, but I think I can make that work out.
Yeah. The only downside is like our gear is super, super offensive, but not really defensive. So we have to guard what we can and hope for misses on stuff that actually deals damage. $20 coins.
Okay. I believe it's this room next. Yeah. All right, who do we have here at Countdown?
Not Countdown.
It's Boomer Chan.
I guess he can't be all weird like he is on the chandeliers.
I mean, he can still do some stuff.
I was more referring to the honorable death, not so much the danger of him.
Oh, he can still do some stuff.
The other thing, it's so weird because you rarely ever see the throw item without Mario in the party because he's hard required. So the only time you see the small Mario is if Mario's dead or has a status effect.
Okay, so we have pushed into the next part of the fight, which means we actually get to do a little bit more damage. But I have to worry about Shaker now. And right now, I don't have any instant KO immunity. And that's the other thing that I have to be very aware of. Well, Mario's got instant KO immunity.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to be extremely aware about my lack of instant KO on both Mallow and Toadstool.
Yeah, all gas seeds have some seeds you get like really well rounded where you have offense and defense. Some you're like hyper defensive and you're just chipping away. And this is one of those seeds where you're hyper offensive, but if you're not wary of your weaknesses, fights can spiral extremely quick. Yeah, it probably was worth grabbing the extra HP at that point with how low it is.
Yeah, right now with Toadstool being at 94 max, it's well worth the HP grab. Okay. Time for my worst rooms in the game.
These treadmills are just awful. They're implemented properly, but they're so hard to get used to.
Oh, I hit B and it didn't register my jump.
The fact that that's like the same room that you enter at factory, my brain was like, wait, it sends you all the way back? What is this? There we go. Third time's a charm. Wait, what? I do love the factory here. It just basically gives like the something Walmart brand bosses at the end of the game. It's super cool.
I didn't move up enough.
It's a good thing we got to see it pretty early though.
No kidding there.
It's only a few fights that we actually got taken out because we didn't have it. It's one of those things when like you rely on the normal running mechanics of games.
That's a big find right there.
Oh, that is, yeah. That's a perfect place to put it too, because you wouldn't be tempted to use it anytime earlier. Well, Sia doesn't. Does Sia work on this? Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, but I was trying to not get into the encounter. Like that.
Yeah.
This is the only area that the isometric platforming really starts to get me.
Yeah, because they really push it to the absolute limit here.
Okay, this factory that's coming up in a moment is going to be a thing. Here we go. We've got machine-made Yared.
But yeah, the isometrics was an interesting thing at the time, but there's a reason you really don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Three peaches. Three of a kind? You decide.
Easy game. Bowser and Geno's levels don't matter. Well, that's the second instance of Bowser Crush.
I didn't realize it functioned that way. I don't know why I didn't, but that's interesting. Hey, it's that guy.
It's Punchinello. For realsies this time. All right. We're going to go for this.
This is one of the things I always find like interesting about randomizers, because I see Punchinello and I go, yeah, this is going to be a pushover. But what I'm hearing is quite the opposite.
The only thing we're hoping to not see is Sandstorm right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I don't think we've seen Sandstorm yet.
No.
But this is also a, as I say that, but this is also a fight that is completely phase-based. Sandstorm's just poison by the looks of it.
Or
something that we're immune to.
Yeah.
Nope, it's poison.
Well, that's probably the nicest thing it could be. There's something so cursed about the palette changing on the characters because of the interaction with the weapon randomizer.
All right, phase 3.
Kluberin time. And we've had a pretty good run so far.
That's it.
We really haven't bounced off much, have we?
We really haven't.
Just the Axem Rangers, and that debatably could have been winnable. But
is it Pandorite? Oh yeah, we have this first. Just 3 random enemies. So I've actually had a seed that this fight was 3 Goombas. Oh yeah, that boss fight was rather explosive. Okay, it is hide on.
I honestly expected a very cruel randomizer run today, but luckily we got to show off a really kind roll. That's the one thing with a randomizer is you end up going from like having a really good one to like getting skill checked.
Oh yeah, I mean that's happened a few times.
Yeah, together we've been like wanting to submit FE co-op or FF4 FE co-op for Enterprise, and Sonny is much better at FE than I am, or much better at FF4 as well. And I get skill checked a lot. And it can be very frustrating sometimes. But it's always a cool experience to learn something new about a game. Because some of these bosses have interactions that you would never, ever be in that circumstance to use. But randomizers put it in such a way where you end up interacting with bosses in ways that normally never happen. So we're going to chuck the Sia here, since we're not planning on picking any more fights. Or hopefully not. Mega Elixir? Wait, is that vanilla?
There we go. That should be good.
Are Mega
Because I don't think I'm really going to need any... I don't think I'm really going to need any FP restoration.
All right.
It's Johnny.
Hey, are Megalixirs vanilla, or am I just like misremembering?
Megalixirs are in vanilla.
Huh. Funny that. Old man, and I can't remember anything. Put me in the nursing home. I don't know, man. The peach-colored Mario is kind of hits a sweet spot.
Oh, he's getting tough.
Grrr.
I'm gonna try to terrorize him with Mallow's like 4 magic attack. It worked. Oh.
But at what cost?
Okay.
And you just keep throwing away your luck. I hope whatever you're doing after this stream is not mission critical.
Why did that work? Why did that work? That shouldn't have worked.
It's about as close to a that's never happened before as you're going to get for this one, I think. Actually, no, what was it? The Justy Breaker missing everybody. Has that ever...
That actually has never happened to me before.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen that.
I don't know either.
It's a white whale that's been wasted on a randomizer run. What a shame.
Okay, here we go. Boss number 3. Oh, I could show off something here if we get the right enemy to show up.
Oh yeah, these are supposed to be in the hallway, yeah.
All right, Willy Wisp on Mario is fine. So,
go ahead.
If we can get the bomb enemy, I can show off my favorite interaction in the Magic Koopa fight. Come on, show me the bomb. Show me the bomb. Oh, it's the Jinx clone.
Gamba time.
Want to double your coins?
Yeah. Like, until I saw that, I was like, I forgot that was even a mechanic. Because we haven't seen it the entire time.
Well, I also didn't get the lucky egg. I didn't get the lucky hammer. I got really nothing that would have caused that to happen.
Yeah, fair.
All right, that's it for Magic Koopa. We are now just a factory chief and Gunyoke away.
Really gotta wonder what the keep keys were.
Castle Key 1 and Castle Key 2 were both in Nimbus Castle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It has to be that way.
And the only reason I know that and can say that with confidence is because at this point, that's the only
way it could work, yeah.
Area we haven't checked. Okay, we're opening up with a Crystalline and a Power Blast here.
Oh, yeah, this guy. What a neat boss.
We got a cake.
Whole lot of cake. And for a second there, I was like, that stop. My brain was like, that stop, it was a freebie, let's go. And I actually read it and I was like, I can't pop off, dude. This is sweet.
This boss is tasty.
Delicious. Happy birthday to you. Whoever's birthday it is.
I was about to say, if we have anybody whose birthday it is out there, here's your birthday cake.
Cursed phase.
Even though it's technically a wedding cake.
There's candles on it. Somebody could be 5 today. I don't know if they're watching this. Somebody could be 5 today watching this. Not very likely, but it could be.
It's a possibility. Ooh. Toadstool definitely got chunked.
Gimmick wedding cape.
I was about to say.
Mario's gonna jump out of the middle when they blow the candles out. That's why. It's a Mario time.
It's a Mario time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, Mallow is feared. He's afeared.
Yeah, lucky this is not based on damage, so we don't need to hit the timing at all. Any hit will burn out, blow out a candle. Then each attack, it reignites a candle. Yeah.
Bye, Mallow.
So Sandstorm is just KO, huh? Neat.
Mallow just got obliterated there. Holy cow.
That's the standard Mallow experience, though. We're definitely catching the hands right now. That's for sure. You know, this cake is not very terrifying in its vanilla location, and I'm learning a new level of respect for the cake boss fight right now.
Oh yeah, Bunt, when thrown into a different location, oh no.
That situation. The turtle can be the worst depending on where he lands.
We're through.
I open up with damage based on my HP value.
Okay. So, all we have to do now is hit the button and defeat Smithy. Before I do that, I am actually going to stock up on a few extra items from Toad.
Yeah, with how bulky this boss can be and how long it's going to be, there's no reason to not be a bit more respectful of it.
Okay, this should be good.
That looks like that's either a major death spiral if you run out of items, or we win.
I mean, we'll find out soon. All right.
Yeah, I guess it could be one of those situations where we're gonna might have to go grind a bit, but
we'll hit the button, and with that, we are off to face Smithy, the final boss. So we know that Castle Keys 1 and 2 were in Nimbus Castle, and the Temple Key for Belome Temple was in the
Bowser.
I want to say it's the seed spot.
Oh yeah, because we never turned in fertilizer and seed.
We don't have to turn in seed and fertilizer. Those will give us the 2 chests that would normally have the lazy shells, and those are actually randomized in with the Monster Time rewards, as well as a few other rewards. Here we go. Get slapped. Oh, this is going to take a while. So we are looking at getting through 2,000 HP here at the start.
It's a bulky boy. Oof. Okay.
And this is actually why I bought so many Mega Elixirs.
Yeah, because I guess it's better to use the Mega Elixir over the group hug, because then you could save the group hug for status effects.
I also need to conserve my FP as it stands.
Yeah. At least it's not Arma Smithy. Yeesh.
Yeah, let's not talk about getting infinited by Arma Smithy. Alright, sledge again. Which means next up should be Meteor Swarm, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I remember right, this should be a meteor swarm coming up. No, it's another Mega Drain. That's fine. And it hit Mario. Do I think I can push Smithy right now? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's one of the real tricks is paying attention and counting up the values so you can figure out whether you're going to push or not. It's one of the things you want to make sure is you're entering in a favorable turn order sometimes when you're pushing a phase. It's like if you push with the last character, the boss usually gets to take their turn first. Though it is a bit based on speed, it's just kind of like how that ends up working usually.
Here's the meteor swarm turn. I knew it was coming up. I have seen meteor swarm miss 2 out of 3. I haven't seen meteor swarm miss all 3.
Yeah, we already used our luck earlier. Calm down, buddy. You only have enough for 1 to 2 misses.
Okay, we are through phase 1. It's time to go to phase 2, which is potentially the casino, because with phase 2 and the transformation of Smithy's head in general, since we are running a physical based team, ultimately we are looking for the wizard or mage head, since that has the lowest defense on it. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting a little uncomfortably for a bit. Fortunately, we still have the Kero Cola. We have 13 pick-me-ups. We have Mega Elixirs. We technically have everything we need in our toolkit. It's just a matter of whether or not we can actually get it done. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, Smithy is... A lot of like SNES RPGs either have like kind of a pushover final boss or fairly difficult final bosses, and Smithy is of the latter.
Okay.
Anything that usually has multiple phases like this is usually the more difficult variety.
Okay, Mallow actually doesn't do too bad damage here. That's good.
Yeah, it's kind of weird going from like power overwhelming to like this is still good damage, but it's just not as overwhelming as it was initially. Like 400.
We're gonna start throwing out group hugs.
And he does hit like a truck, though.
Transform. Yes!
All
this is
right.
what we want.
Ah, I see.
If I decide to push, I might actually be able to eke out 1,300 damage in one turn. But I probably won't push. This is definitely use a Mega Elixir territory because Mallow is low.
Yeah, I was going to say group hug is just not enough here. I think these are going to end up being elixir turns. Oh, maybe. Yeah, since you can probably definitely get away with a group hug in this situation. Should heal for about 70. I can't believe how stacked this Mario is. It's so ridiculous. Good
this
AOE.
could kill somebody.
Oh boy, Darkstar, my favorite attack. I am actually surprised. Oh, yeah, never mind. That wasn't even close. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say we go for a boost here, right? Yeah, that's the one nice thing about boost. If you time it right, you get both an attack and a defense up. So a pick-me-up plus a boost will get everything back in order. Unfortunately, it did limit our damage a little bit, so we had to waste a phase on the mage. But we still got plenty of damage out. We're gonna have to syrup, or... We don't even have syrups, do we?
No, I just have a Caro.
Man, what
Looks
is
like
it?
Path.
I'm just gonna... I got plenty of time.
Double damage
fire?
from fire.
Interesting. That's a shame. You have plenty of fire attacks, but no FP. Set. Okay. Burn! Burn to the ground!
18 damage, there you go.
Double damage, baby! It was so high it rolled over. Double damage. I think Mallow was the one that did that. All right, enough messing around.
Oh, that was Mario.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying those were Mallow numbers with his, like, 3 magic.
Right.
Doop, doop. Wop.
Now Mario's gonna attack. We can throw out an extra attack. Magnum! No! Oh, wait.
I mean, once again, apparently we found the 50-50 setting for hit or miss for all enemies.
Actually, I think I have KO immunity on Toadstool.
That is possible. It may have come from the Zoom shoes or whatever. So we really didn't pay much attention to our accessories. It was mainly just the...
Heads up, time is going to come up as soon as the text comes up after Smithy's final hit, or after the final hit on Smithy.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Because we are very close to it. As a matter of fact, there it is.
So the reason the characters are swapping is because we're playing a randomizer of this, and we've randomized the weapons. So equipping one character with a different character's weapon switches the animation out. So Peach will become Bowser when she has a Bowser weapon. Mario becomes Geno when she has a Geno weapon. Something like that.
So it's not that it's modded, it's the randomizer in and of itself.
Yeah, it's vanilla behavior because the game doesn't... Those animations are tied to that character, so instead of crashing, it just plays the animations with the correct character, which also leads to some very interesting interactions with color palettes. It produces some very, I'd say, funny things that make this quite endearing.
So we got the 7th star earlier, and we just got the 7th star again.
7 stars, 8 hours, or 60 minutes in. Or no, it was 6.
6 stars in under an hour.
And then we spent an hour.
The 7th one on Jinx. That was fun.
And since Krulix was in one of the easiest spots possible, what are some of the harder spots you can find Krulix in normally?
Factory Chief and Gun Yoke being one, Axem Rangers being another. Mega Smilax is a very, very rough one to get through QLEX on, as well as King Calamari. Basically, any spot that you're going to run across either high health pools or high magic damage, because the crystals also inherit the stats of the bosses to an extent. They don't inherit the HP values, but they definitely inherit the magic attack, magic defense, physical attack, physical defense of the boss spots that you find them at. So with that said, Valentina, even though she does take a lot of damage, her spot is a terrible one to find Culex in.
I see. Well, that is it for this randomizer. So is there anything you wanted to talk about in regards to the randomizer real quick before we start pivoting to a few other things before we start wrapping up?
So there are a couple of shout outs that I want to give. I mean, those that have been around the SMRPG community for a while know this first person I'm going to give shout outs to, which is Pidge. Pidge was the one that said, hey, if you don't feel comfortable running vanilla yet, give the randomizer a go. And this was back in 2019, and ever since I picked up the rando back in 2019, early 2020, this is one of the games I always come back to in some form or another. The other person I want to give shout outs to is somebody that I've seen supporting so many people in the SMRPG community for a very long time. The man who just broke the 245-minute barrier, or broke into the 245-minute barrier. Just incredible. Always been a great person, fantastic member, amazing support within the community. And I also want to give thanks to Ashen for helping with setup for this, and to you, Sid, for being with me on this.
Yeah, no problem. Justin has been a force in the Mega Man X3 community as well, too. There was a particular skip that we didn't understand very well, where it skipped the explosion on one of the final bosses, and Justin kind of brute forced it and figured out what it was, or at least more or less what it was, to the point where everybody could kind of yell it, "This is it." So Justin's a fine lad, to be sure.
Oh, I forgot about one more person. And this person is the one that really gave me my drive to become better at the randomizer and a lot of my speedruns in general. That would be Tiny Wet Blanket. She was an amazing person, amazing supporter of the SMRPG community as well as the Paper Mario community. She ended up having medical issues come up and ended up losing her life to said medical issues back in the 2021 Async tournament. And before that happened, she was my last opponent in that tournament. So I have to give her the shout outs where she deserves them every single time.
Yeah, that's a lot of what RPG Limit Break is a little bit more about, since we normally support Nami during our event. It's always sad to hear that, for sure.
But on a happier note, we have the credits.
Yeah. Normal JRTA or RTA. RTA is a really weird one. If you're not familiar with it, RTA normally a lot of timing starts from beginning of game to finished input final boss. JRTA is a bit different, which ends up with some different interactions where some of the categories end up playing different, but it's from power on to end of credits. So that's kind of why I decided we'd talk a little bit through this and respect the JRTA timing just a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even though I ended timing at normal RTA.
Yeah. So, yeah, we will try and bring some more variety with the Random Encounters shows. We do have a few coming up. Ideally, there will be one on the 29th. It'll be a little bit later than normal, around 1 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to start. And there will be another regular one on September 1st, if that one does not happen. But yeah, we've got the month planned out. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy the content. If you ever have any requests or suggestions, you can find me in the Limit Break Discord, and there's also a channel for that. Was there anything general you want to talk about, Sonny, before we played ourselves off?
I was going to say, if we want to let the credits run out, because they're almost halfway done, because there are a few things that are pretty good towards the end of the credits.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. We'll just
also, if you can't get a hold of Sid, there are a few other people that you'd be able to get a hold of within the server. And also, I can poke Sid a few times and be like, hey, check your stuff.
There's like 1,000 different ways to get a hold of me.
There really are.
Yeah, I do my best to try and keep the program up and running, and I work with Ghoul sometimes, even though he is the one that's technically in charge of content. Due to logistical reasons, I end up setting up a lot of these shows. So I hope you guys are enjoying them, and we'll keep them coming forth as much as we can. And once again, big shout outs to Ashen, as he goes out of his way to do almost all of these shows, if not all of them at this point. There may be a few where we have some just we can't have him scheduled, but he's gone out of his way to do all of them, and that's part of the reason why most of these have run so smoothly.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I was in like an hour and 10 minutes before we were actually ready to go for everything, and Ashen made setup super easy. It probably helped that I had a little bit of knowledge behind what we needed to do. So
11:10, we're set up already. I'm like, we don't need to be there till like 45 minutes. They're already done. I'm not even in the channel yet. What the heck?
I know that definitely saved you a lot of headache, Ashen. So I'm always glad to help out in that respect.
But yeah, we will have more announcements, hopefully in the near future, where Limit Break is looking into a lot of things. At this point, we can't announce anything, but I did want to tickle that little, there may be announcements in the future that you guys would be very interested in, and we'll let you know those as soon as we can, both through social media and make sure to announce it on the show as well, so that you guys can keep up to date.
That special message from the devs is very true. But Pidge, all the work that you've put into this, as well as all of the other devs, much, much love for.
Yeah, these kind of projects are a labor of love that very rarely post any benefit, if at all. So you've always got to remember to enjoy it for what it is.
Now, because I didn't grab any of the extra fireworks, because I didn't go out of my way to really get a significant coin grind done, we're only going to get the one firework. But even still, that's pretty good.
Okay.
And there's the mushroom.
All right.
And what technically would be JRTA's time is coming up in a moment. It is when the D appears on screen in the end. That would be JRTA timing.
Here we go. So, any last thoughts, Sonny, before I play us out of here?
This has been a blast, and that you don't come through on the actual broadcast, but it was a blast hanging out with you as well before we got this going. We need to hang out more often. And
so many staff says that to each other.
I know, right?
Why don't we do this more often?
And yeah, I look forward to the next random encounters next month. You said the 29th, right?
Yeah. So we have one on the 29th, was actually towards the end of this month. That hopefully will happen. There's some factors involved with that one, and then there will be another one guaranteed on August 1st. And then
August
from there,
1st.
Yeah,
September 1st.
September 1st. No, with this program, I just decided time traveling would be the best way to handle it. So
I was about to say we're going back in time.
Yeah, so August 29th, that show will be at 1 p.m. If it happens, and one on September 1st. So I hope you guys enjoy those. We'll keep the steady flow of content on Sundays up till then. But that will be it for this show. And if you want to see something, you guys know where to contact me. And I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. Have a good day. See you next time.